Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys going too? I'm doing good too. Let's get into today's video session. Here we go. Just after this. Okay. Hey. Welcome back to Sonic 3D on the Sega Megadrive. Also available on the Sega Megadrive 2 mini games console. Here we go, guys. Woo! Oh yeah, rock and roll as always, yeah. Everybody, the time is coming close. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Yeah, hear that? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, come on. Cool. Okay, welcome back to my video session once again. Today's session is continuing from the Sega Mega Drive 2 mini games console that we've been talking about quite a lot now, and I'm sure there's been loads of other people are getting involved in this whole, this system. It's a really dramatic improvement they're showing us after a long time. I mean, I've been telling you, all the problems they had in my previous video, you know, because the whole problem, okay, as I explained to you, was, man, do I have to say this to you? All the way back from Sega Megadrive 32X. Then Sega Mega CD. Now, these are the first add-ons ever. Yeah? I mean, there probably was before, but these add-ons weren't normal ones, you see. I mean, this was like a good technology. It was a very, very good technology. But the customers don't like add-ons. Yeah? They really, really hate them a lot. I don't know why. I mean, seriously. Okay, as I already explained before, standalone systems do really, really well. I mean, if we look at each system, all right, I'm gonna go through each company individually, which has been producing standalone systems. Yeah, every single system has done well, in my point of view. Every machine has. I mean, I don't want to be funny or something. There's nothing in a system. Yeah, you got this like a casing on there. It's just a hardware underneath it, either it's cartridge or CD and whatever. Yeah, it's stuff like that really. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Sega's all systems. I don't know why I'm laughing at. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I'm laughing about. I'm very, very sorry about that. All right, I'm very, very sorry. Uh, it's okay. Now, if we look at Sega systems, yeah, Sega Master System 2, success. Sega Mega Drive 2, success. We're talking about standalone machines, aren't we? Then after that, they go and release a Sega Saturn. Yeah, it didn't do so well. No. Sega Dreamcast didn't do so well. I wonder what was going around there. Now, come on. Sega Saturn and Sega Dreamcast are standalone systems, but why were there flops? Now, some will say the momentum was following from Sega Mega Drive 32X and Sega Mega CD. We can say Sega Mega CD from here, really, because Sega Mega CD was the latest add-on, which didn't do so well. It flopped. Yeah. Now I think that can be kind of true. I would actually agree with that one, because some customers don't want to buy a system, from a company which keeps on flopping because they keep on spending their money and they're wasting it. But that's really, really unfortunate because people work for their money, and then if that money just gets wasted and that system's just lying around and it flops, they're not gonna release any more games on the other. So that's a big, big problem. Yeah. And so what's the problem here then? That is quite difficult. I think not many people wouldn't know that one. Now the Sega Saturn problem was the 3D hardware in this system was weak. Yeah, it wasn't very powerful. Because when we look at the sequels it was producing, it wasn't doing any justice because this thing is more understandable by the game developers because they know what kind of hardware they need for their game, you see. And they knew, I mean, when we look at, okay, when we look at Resident Evil, only Resident Evil 1 came out in. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 didn't come on there. Then we had Wipeout. I mean, even when we look at the original Wipeout, it didn't look all that, did it really? Still, there is Wipeout 2097. This thing, they thought the game developer thought it might improve. No, it didn't. It went worse. It wasn't that good. The graphics and all the performance wasn't there. Then we had Tomb Raider as well. What to expect there really? We only had the first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, never released. Yeah, that never happened, yeah? So it's all sorts of that kind of titles which never ever appeared on there. So it was struggling, yeah, big time. So it was only supportive by Sega's own games, yeah? Sega Dreamcast, yeah? Now, I don't know what to say about this. Sega Dreamcast can be I don't know. Can it be expensive? Well, I probably think not. £199.99 is expensive. I don't think it is. The problem is they brought the system out too quick. It was brought out too quick, and it didn't have a DVD player in there. I think that was pretty important. Yeah, and lots of people don't like that. Yeah, so we had this system which was brought at a good price. They brought it out too quickly. There was no DVD player, and because for these kind of reasons, it flopped. Now let's go to the next company. We've got Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo company. Now look at all these Nintendo machines. Did they all do well? Let's find out. NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii. All hits. All standalone systems. All of them did well. Yeah? All of them did well. In my point of view, they all did well. Okay? Now the next one was Nintendo Wii U. Now Nintendo Wii U, we know the problems. Loads of people thought it was like an upgrade to Nintendo Wii. I'm not going to go too much into that details of that system. But that's what it was. It didn't do so well and it flopped, yeah. There were no video trailers, blah, 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 yeah. And it didn't do so well. Then the next system, they go, we need to come back into the hardware market. It was a Nintendo Switch, yeah. Now, they bought Nintendo Switch like a handheld device, tabletop, and TV experience. We know that, but the main reason of this machine was a handheld device. So it was following the footsteps of, Nintendo DS, 3DS, and stuff like that. And because if we look at every single handheld produced by Nintendo, look at all these they produced. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS, all successful. You know what that is? Every time Nintendo used to produce a handheld device, it used to become popular, and it did well. Yeah, and that's the same thing he did with Nintendo Switch. He go and use a handheld mode, and with the first mode is a handheld mode, and that made it popular. And yeah, and there was few Nintendo games on there as well. There you go. See how the actually works. We can go out. We can go for Sony now. Sony PlayStation. PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5, all successful. They all done really, really well. They all, yeah, I would say they all done really well. That's what I have to say. The next system is Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One X, something like that. Xbox S something, Xbox Series X. They all done really well, really. Yeah, they're all successes. Can you see? It's all about standalone systems. Standalone systems is where the real technology is. If you don't do things like that, your system doesn't do well. Okay, there's been loads of competitions. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. Yeah, yeah. I don't really believe in all that crap, really. All that competition they do. Competition means, it's becoming popular on the market. Who's going to be the number one games console on the market? And what? All that. And these companies play all these kind of weird games, yeah? Now, if you look at the Nintendo company, they have never compete against Sony and Microsoft. But what happens here? Sony and Microsoft always competes against each other. That's their own game. I got nothing to do with that. Yeah, they always do that kind of crap. Like when Nintendo Switch came out, Nintendo Switch didn't win against the Sony PS5 and Xbox, well, Max Xbox Series X. But end of the day, Nintendo Switch won. It's doing really, really well. Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X are just struggling. They're just playing a game that don't want to be successful. And to be honest, you know, they're gonna keep on doing that funny. They're gonna keep on playing this funny game. I mean, if we look at both of these Sony Microsoft machines, what have they done since launch? Nothing. They haven't released a decent game that a person would enjoy. Now, I've seen some advertisement. They're trying to release FIFA 20, well, FIFA 23. You know what's that all about? Now, if you don't know this, in November, yeah, the World Cup is coming. And that's why they're releasing this FIFA 23 game out. Shall I be honest with you? I don't like football games. I really don't like them. I don't know why they keep on releasing them. I'll be honest with you, releasing football games is nothing special. There's just players in there, there's just teams, they're just going around this football, they're just chasing it around. That's what's all in there. If we look at some of the Nintendo GameCube football games, no joke, Nintendo GameCube owns one of the greatest football experiences I've ever seen. I mean, two of them are made by Sega themselves. Sega Soccer Slam, what's that? Virtual Striker 2002. Then you got one from Nintendo, Super Mario Strikers Charge. Wow, what a football game that was! I mean, the graphics are like cartoony style, they're beautiful. They suit the Nintendo characters. Wow, it's got loads of incredible special effects when they kick the football. Whooshu, 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 boom! Yeah, it was absolutely groundbreaking stuff. And also, Konami released, uh, you know, I think it was a Japanese version. I don't know if there is a UK version. What's that? Winning 11 something games? Wow. Was that Winning 11 something? Yeah. There was one Winning 11 game. The latest version they released on the Nintendo GameCube. It was absolutely stunning. Yeah. It was really, really good. Now, that game, yeah, if we look at, I think it's a 2006 version, wasn't it? If we look at a game on Nintendo GameCube, it was the best version of that. That game, yeah. when you keep on buying these Pro Evolution Soccer games, yeah, you don't hardly see any improvements. But 2006 kept on going from 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. What the heck? It was better than all of these games, this 2006 version. Because the way they made the Japanese version, right? It was incredible. Yeah, it was really, really good. It was absolutely amazing. I'm not joking. It was really good. I was so surprised how good it was. It was a really, really good game, that was. And then went to Pro Soccer in 2013 game. That's where it changed, man. I mean, just like, what was in that game? Just some different players, some teams. And it performed better. That's all it was. You hardly don't see any improvements. I mean, if you're buying the Nintendo GameCube version, yeah, of these great football games, I think it's released one of the best football games. I'm not kidding on this, young. I'm being serious. If you buy all of these 5 football games, they're incredible. You don't need to buy another one. Well, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I think I would buy Virtua Striker 2002 because it's an arcade experience, and I will buy the Nintendo one, which is Super Mario Strikers Charge. It's a different kind of experience where you can use the Nintendo characters and the stages. It's one hell of a football game, that is. And then you got these Konami, Winning 11 games. Yeah, you're not missing out nothing, are you? You can get buy the latest version of Konami, Winning 11 games. Pretty good. And yeah, so there you go. Now, if we even look at the latest system that Nintendo made, yeah, the Nintendo Switch, it's been struggling on Nintendo and Sonic Team games. I think it's been struggling on everything, really. It's not quality, man. There's no quality in it. If we look at the Nintendo GameCube exclusives, it's got too many exclusives, man. They're not on the Nintendo Switch, man. They were missing. Yeah? And what kind of Sonic Team games have we got there? Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Sonic Colors. What kind of daft games are these? This is just awful. I can't take this anymore. What is this? Now, take a look at this new system that Sega is going to give us. Well, yeah, it's a Sega Megadrive Too Many Games console, yeah? Now, let's look at some of its incredible Sega Megadrive games, yeah? Against this Nintendo Switch and Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. It's not worth it, man, buying one of them machines, man. I'm not joking. If anything's worth it, it's just Nintendo Switch out with these 3 machines. Okay, let's take some look at these tiles. Okay. We've got, it's too many, man. I'm just gonna do I'm gonna run around really quickly on these, yeah? Ranger, Shinobi, Truxton, Super Hang-On, Afterburner 2, Shadow Dancer, Outrun, Thunder Force 4, Virtual Racing, Fatal Fury 2, Street Rage 3, Super Street Fighter 2, the new challenges, Viewpoint, Ristar, Sonic 3D, Vectorman 2, The Chaos Engine, Comic Zone, Mega Turrican, Moonwalker, Rockers Terminal, Shinobi 3, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Strider 2, Super Thunderblade, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters, Tiny Toon Adventures, Turrican, Urban Strike, Lotus Turbo Challenge. Oh yeah, some of these games are not in there. Don't worry about it. Some are just, you can still add them in there. You'll flash them anyway. Now, these are Mega Drive games. Now, let's go for the Sega Mega City games. Okay. The Ninja Warriors, Robolistic, Night Striker, Sleep Heat, Final Fight, Sonic City, Echo the Target Time, The Adventures of Batman Robin, Afterburner 3, Calico and Dinosaurs, Demolition Man, Earthworm Jim, Eternal Champions, Fatal Fury Special, FIFA Soccer, Flashback, Jaguar J220, Lethal Enforcers 2, yeah, Masked Rider, Microcosm, Midnight Raiders, Nova Storm, Pitbull, Road Rash, Summer Showdown, Snatcher, Soulfeast, Starblade, Star Wars Rebel Assault, The Terminator. Wow, look at these library games, boss. Look at that. Now I'm gonna go for the best games that Nintendo Switch and Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X can't compare. Now you gotta come. Now you gotta look at this. How old this machine is. What's the point buying one of these machines here when you hardly can't even get any good games on these daft systems? I'm gonna go for the best Sega Megadrive games of my choice. Okay, I'm gonna go for the highest quality because I have played some of these games, yeah, before. Okay, here we go. Sega Mega Drive games. Ranger Shinobi, Super Hang-On, Outrun, Thunder Force 4, Virtual Racing, Streets of Rage 3, Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challenges. Okay, Viewpoint, Rise Star. Now, Sonic 3D will destroy the Nintendo Switch. Forget the Nintendo Switch. If we look at all the systems that Nintendo's been producing from Nintendo Wii U, hold on. Okay, Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo Switch. All the Sonic Team games are all NAF on all these three machines. Sonic 3D alone can beat all of them. I'm being really serious. You might think that Sonic 3D might be not everyone's choice, but this game, Sonic 3D on Sega Mega Drive, will beat the crap out Wii, Wii U, and the Switch quality games. Let's carry on now, yeah? Vectorman 2, Comic Zone is a really good one. Yeah, definitely. Mega Turrican, Moonwalker, yeah, Michael Jackson's, yeah, that's a good one. If you like Michael Jackson stuff. And it's based on the movie anyway. Robocop vs. Terminator, Shinobi 3, Sonic 3 Knuckles. Sonic 3 Knuckles! You think the Wii U and Switch can beat that game? No chance. They could dream on, they can beat that. No, not a chance. Now let's continue further. To Strider 2. Very good. Super Thunder Blade. It's on the difficult side, but it's a good helicopter one. Yeah. If you want Terminator 2 Judgment Day, make sure you got the gun to get the best experience. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters is a good one. Time to Adventures, a great platformer. Turrican, Urban Strike is the latest from the Strike series. I would definitely recommend that. Lotus Turbo Challenge, a very good racing game from EA. Now, if we look at the Sega Mega CD games, let's see how they compare against these ones. Yeah? Right. The Ninja Warriors. So go to one Robo LSD. Night Striker. Wow, the Priesthood ones are pretty good in there, eh? Sleep Heat. Followed by exclusive to the machine. Still one of the best. Side-scrolling fighters. Definitely go for that. Sonic CD. Sonic CD, man. Wow. What can I say about that? Sonic CD, man. Sonic CD is the best Sonic game on the Sega Mega Drive 2 minigames console. I'm telling you, right now, you go forget about the Wii U and Switch beating this game. No way. They can't touch this thing, man. No way. What's the point producing 3D platformers if you can't even make them properly? There's no point making them if you don't know how to make them. I'm not joking, man. There's no point making them. Now, even if we look at the Nintendo GameCube, 3D platformers, right? What does he own, Nintendo GameCube? Let's see. Sonic Adventure DX, the Director's Cut, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog. Whoa. What an incredible lineup of Sonic Team 3D platformers, man. The greatest platforms to date. Okay, we're gonna carry on now, yeah? Echo the Tides of Time is a good one. These are all pre-installed in the way already, okay? Now the further games probably, yeah, they're gonna be different ones, yeah? Okay, here we go. Afterburner 3 is a very good aircraft game. Definitely go for that, yeah? Demolition Man is very good to the film, to the movie, I would say, yeah? Earthworm Jim is a very good version of this game as well. Turno Champion has my votes as a very good fighting game. It's a good one. Yeah, Flashback. If you ever played Flashback before, you know what to expect from this version. It's the best version of the game anyway. You got Jaguar J220. It's a good one. Yeah, Nova Storm. Yeah, you could go for that one as well. It's a good one. Pitfall, which is a very enjoyable platformer, which these three machines can never touch anyway. Road Rash, a good motorbike game. You can beat up people while you're driving. Samurai Showdown, wow, there's no concept there, isn't there really? It's a very top classic game, yeah? You want something like that? You need to play this on Sega Mega CD, yeah? Snatcher, a legendary Konami Hideo Kojima from the Metal Gear Solid game developer. Yeah, it's a very good one. Sophie is a very good shooter as well. Starblade, probably not probably. Starblade is one of the best shooter on Sega Mega CD. And then you got Star Wars Rebel Assault, a very good Star Wars game as well. And then finally another movie game, The Terminator. By far the best Terminator game you will ever play in your life. Check this library of games, man. I mean, how can anybody go wrong with buying a Sega Megadrive 2 mini games console? Now, here I've explained how standalone most majority consoles have been big hits. Yeah, if you play the game right and you know how to bring it to the market, because all it's about a games console is to bring a stand. It's about when the system is under development, you keep on giving newses on Google, on YouTube, um, and then once finally it's all done, you bring video trailers out on it, and then you have to talk about the system. Finally, everything. What's the hardware? What's going to be available on launch? You know, is it going to be available in the shops and online? If you can get all that right and the marketing for it, you have to market the system really, really well. If you know how to do all that, your system will become a success. That's all it is with a system. That's how you need to do it. But you have to avoid doing mistakes. Because if you start doing mistakes, then people and the customers, they go funny. They go, why should we buy a system from a company that hasn't been doing well? Because they start thinking that if we buy the system again, we spend this money, we're going to waste it if it flops again. And, it gets washed away from the market again. And customers don't want that, you see, because they are spending lot of money. Because I remember when Sega Dreamcast was on the market, and then, you know, loads of people bought, quite a few people bought that system. But, uh, and the same amount of people who bought it, they were really disappointed with the system because it went away. Can you see what I'm saying? And then Sega had to go from the hardware market. Then they never released the Sega Dreamcast 2 ever. Then they start going to this mini console business, which has done really, really well for them. Well done on that. Another system here who's been producing standalone systems is SNK. Take a look at all these machines. SNK Need You AES, SNK Need You CD, SNK Need You CD Z. One thing I can see in these machines, they're between £299, £399 is too much for a console, man. Nobody is ever gonna able to afford that in the 1990s. It's too much money, man. Now, even when we had the SNK Need You AES, that was £399.99. Oh, blimey. The cartridges on there. Oh my gosh. They were from, I don't know what price they started from. I can't be wrong, yeah? £250 to £2,000. Who can flipping afford them? They probably give me more than that. Because I remember, even they raised, what games were they? Like King of Fighters 94. They were flipping £500. £500 each. That is so flipping expensive. I also remember Casino Encounter. That's £1,500, you know. And games like SBC Chaos was £350. It's too much money. It's too much. Come on. If we can buy games on Sega Megadrive and Super Nintendo for $39.99, why the heck would we spend, £500 or more on a cartridge? It doesn't make any sense. Come on. Now, the SNK Neo Geo US, it was around about £399.99. And I think the SNK Neo Geo CD and the SNK Neo Geo CD Z, they were around about £299.99, you know. They were around that price. Or they were £399.99 as well. They were similar to these kind of prices. Now, already the system price tag is high. Yeah, it's high. Now, they bought these CD systems. Why? So we can pay $39.99, $59.99, okay, $39.99, $49.99, $59.99. Reasonable prices. How is this system really reasonable? But the price tag of the system isn't, is it? Now, if already the system's price is too high, how are you supposed to buy that? I don't think anyone's going to go and buy that. So at a later stage, they start reducing the price of the system. It started going for like £200 and £150. It was too late. It was too late what they were doing. They had to go away from the market then. It was too late. Now, understand me clearly. This whole story is going towards Sega. Yeah? They're going to release Sega Megadrive 2 minigames console on 27th October 2022. This has the most important games that your Nintendo Switch, Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series won't have any. They're just trying to sell the machines. You know what? I'm already seeing the Sega Megadrive 2 minigames console being very successful before the release date. It's doing really well already. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If you're looking for a system, one of the greatest games console on planet Earth is the Panasonic Q games console. Why? Because one side you get Panasonic features, on the other side you get Nintendo game exclusives. You get Nintendo GameCube exclusives. Nintendo GameCube is one of the greatest gaming system ever developed, and it owns one of the best Nintendo game exclusives and third-party games. That's for sure. And my next choice will be Sega Mega Drive 2 minigames console. Yeah. Well done. If your Panasonic Q is your first purchase, make your next purchase your Sega Mega Drive 2 minigames console with Sega Mega Drive and Sega Mega CD games. And don't forget, you will able to add a flash drive. You can add more Mega Drive and Mega CD games to it. If you want more games added to it in there, you will have to do that. So there you have it. So I hope this has been quite interesting to you today and very informative, and it's giving you a lot of information. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.